Okay, I think that should be solid.
I didn't want to.
Oh my god, dang. That's why is it that every person I reacted to just got some like weird voice? Oh man, I really don't want to sit down and hear this, but I guess I am. Alright.
I didn't want to have to do another video like this again. I really didn't. But given that most of the people in the anti-TMossBoss, I guess you could call it a community at this point, have already done their last videos on them, that pretty much leaves me as one of the last people left who can do this video. In regards to technical quality, this is actually one of TMossBoss's better videos. He played a recording of whatever game that he's playing as opposed to trying to play it while rambling, and he actually shows some screenshots to back up some of his points. But in regards to what he actually says in the video, he demonstrates that he is a much, much worse person than I ever gave him credit for. It pains me to say this, but let's just get started and you'll see exactly what I mean.
He sounds like one of those, like, you know, those like old crime shows where they would have the person on there, but they wanted to hide their identity. So they'll just have them like sitting in a room with the lights out and have like their face all blacked out, and then they morph their like voice a little bit so they, you know, nobody don't really know who they are. That's what he sounds like, but it's like, dang, man. It's like, at least just sound a little bit happier when doing the video. He sounds so depressed, and it's like, fam, if you're that depressed doing the TMossBoss video, then it's like, don't do it. But anyways.
Now in today's video,
I remember this.
To be exposing...
I was playing whatchamacallit. I think, was I playing the game? I can't remember. I think I had recorded what I said and then just put it over. Yeah. I had like just went and played. So I played the game, recorded a video just so I can do this particular video. And the funny thing is like, I like how these guys will like talk on how it takes them all this time to make a video and stuff. And I'm like, this video, I did it all within a day.
I've been beefing with for 3 years now. 3 long years. 3 years, I was like, man.
And the background music was by me too, in the original video.
At some point in time, I thought it was going to end.
It could have ended at any time, but you kept refusing to listen. All we really wanted was for you to start editing down some of your reaction videos so they'd fall under fair use.
The thing is like, they don't watch them. That's what trips me out so much about when these guys was going off about my videos. It's like, you're not watching my videos. Even if I'm editing the videos or if I'm not editing the videos, you're not watching these videos. This isn't something that you're going out of your way to watch. Like, there's always, like, some, like, you got one guy saying, like, oh, it's because you didn't edit your videos. Oh, it's because of your attitude. Oh, it's because of your ego. Oh, it's because of this. It's because of that. There are so many different things. It was like, okay, well, I'm just going to put y'all underneath the category as haters. Like, y'all, like, you know, if you're sitting around waiting for me to upload just to dislike a video, I mean, what is that overall saying? So
that was it. Simple as that. But then you started going on to do some pretty heinous stuff, like the suicidal girl situation, mocking Joshua's video tribute to his mother, and at this point it's getting harder and harder for me to think that you're redeemable at all.
But a video was made about me, fans got involved, lies was made about me.
Bullcrap. Every time Jar's made a statement on you, he's backed it up with material evidence.
And here I am, probably making the best clapback video of all times.
Gonna have to place a big ol' F to doubt on that one, especially after Pro Jared's video addressing all those allegations against him.
It's like, he sounds so depressed. It's like, I deal with depression myself at times, but like, at least I'm not talking like this throughout the whole video for whatever entertainment purposes. Like, there's no reason for that, man. Like, just talk with a normal, if that's his I refuse to believe that's his normal voice. I refuse to believe it. Like, that's your name. your name is not Brad, and you talk like that. Like I've met well, okay, I haven't met, but like every Brad that I've met has like a dope voice about them. And the one Brad I'm gonna be talking about is Brad Pitt. If Brad Pitt had talked like that in freaking Thelma and Louise, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and every other Brad Pitt movie he's done, the movie sounds like Bubble Baby. He sounds so sad. It's like, bro, you have one of the coolest names in history and you talk like that. Like, that's, man. Like, he's choosing to talk like that. There's no way his voice sounds like that for real. I refuse to believe that he sounds like that. Like, he has to be doing that. He has to be just doing that just for the video. But I refuse to believe that. I've been sad when doing videos. Never talk. I either don't do the video or I talk like this. But
now, I'm
man,
exposing the fact that Just a Robot, he's no doubt faking his views and faking his subs.
No doubt? You sure about that? That's a pretty tall
well, honestly, like, think about it. If you look at like my statistics and how many views I bring in, it just doesn't make sense to me is how, like, even if he is a big YouTuber, how are you bringing in that many views on me, on a video that you made about me, and it's getting like rough, it's like, it's not even getting roughly, it's getting more views than I would usually get. That doesn't make any sense to me. This is like long before he had like the subscriber count he had. And this was like, yeah, this was in 2019. I'm like, I just don't believe that you're pulling in like 100,000 views on a video about me. I'm sorry, but there's like only very few of my videos that I've ever posted on YouTube that has over 100,000 views. Not any of them has to do with any hate, like drama, beef, none of that stuff. It was just reaction videos that did really well. So like, and then like also on somebody that like at the time of like 2019, I had under 15,000 subscribers. So it just doesn't make any sense to me where it's like you're bringing in 100,000 views on a video on a YouTuber that like, that's barely, I wouldn't even fall underneath that category. It's like, I'm pretty much a nobody. Like, if YouTube was like a leaderboard thing, I am far, like, under the leaderboard. Like, I don't, it never made sense to me. But if the thing is, though, if he's not faking his views, I'm like, I just think that that's weird how it's like you bring in that many views on somebody, or people was really sitting down hundreds of, a small YouTuber gonna bring 100,000 views. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that doesn't make sense to me. How does a small YouTuber, how is it like somebody can make a video about a person that has like 14,000 subscribers, I think, at the time, and you bring in hundreds of thousands of views? Not even if it's not hundreds of thousands, like the fact that you're bringing in thousands, like nobody is going out of their way looking up a video that was uploaded on, or to see what TMossBoss videos got uploaded this week. It's not. It's like, let's do this PewDiePie level. I have to do that. Exactly. Thank you. So there's other people that recognize that too. But yeah, it's like, yeah, if it's somebody like PewDiePie, then yeah. But if it's somebody like Just a Robot or this guy or whoever, how many subscribers he has? 609. 609, and he's bringing in a video with 3. It only has to be because like one of those guys had like shared his video amongst the community that hates me, or they just repeatedly watch the video. But anyways,
accusation. I sure hope you're prepared.
I was trying to drag this on for as long as possible of what I wanted to say, just so I can kind of like brace myself for hearing his voice again. But anyways,
provide us with some evidence to back it up.
Because this is a question that I have asked.
I almost bought this
times.
game again.
How do you get so many views on me, but you guys claim left and right that I'm a dead channel?
Because he has an active following. If your subscriber base is active, you can get tons of views while talking about something that your subscribers aren't giving much attention to. For example, these videos by Don't Walk Run Productions on MTV Decode have regularly gotten...
Alright, I'm gonna just say this. You cannot compare Just a Robot to MTV. this is MTV. Like they're of course they're gonna have like views and all that stuff. Like he's talking with half a sandwich in his mouth while having this stuff he knows. There's a character. I'm trying to think. Like I can't remember if it's like from like one of the Charlie Brown movies or shows, whatever they want to call them, or dang, man, there's like somebody out there that he sounds like, and I can hear it. Eerie? No. Dang. Oh my god, that is going to, and then watch, and I'm gonna be like watching that show and then be all like, that's what I was talking on in that stream that day. But Winnie the Pooh, no, not Winnie the Pooh, it was, dang man, oh my god, like what is it? Spell his name. Yeah, I can't think of it. I'm just gonna move on.
Used in the original videos, with a couple outliers here and there.
Yeah, left and right, they were saying that my channel is dead. I'm not pulling any views.
It's eerie or something. It could be. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the show, the hippo thing. Yeah, it's been a while since I watched the show, so I'm like, I don't remember, but I'm just gonna move on anyways.
But you can check my social blade. I've gained over 40,000 views in the past 30 days. So, come on. Somebody, and I know people are going to be like, oh, well, how did you pull in that many views?
By spamming crappy video after crappy video? Your videos barely get any views. The fact that you have over 2,500 isn't exactly an accomplishment when most of them take barely any effort to make.
I'm talking about...
How is it not an accomplishment? It's like, how many YouTubers out there that you know went over? And I think, like, since then, 2019, yeah, I think I've doubled that number. Plus, like, not even including the, like, other platforms that have, like, for my podcast, TikTok, and my other YouTube channels. Like, I would say that's an accomplishment. I would say it's an accomplishment that I can sit down, do a one-take video, and be able to upload it and then like entertain people by it and stuff. Like I'm not one of those people where, cause see, that's one thing, like I guess to overall like talk on, you know, my upbringings with content creating, that I'm trying to think, was I writing out videos? I don't think I was writing out videos when I very first started, but I do remember like when I think when I got my iPad, that's when I started. Is that an accomplishment, to be honest? Exactly. But no, I remember when I got my iPad for Christmas, and I remember when I was like, I wanted to do more talking videos. It was something that I've been wanting to do on YouTube, and I think it wasn't until 2 years later that I got fired. I'm happy about it. Exactly. It's like, you're going to be happy with anything that you get. Whether you get 1 view, 1 like, 1 subscriber, it don't matter. But no, I just remember like when I had started YouTube, like back when I was in high school, that I was like, okay, I want to do a video, but I don't want to mess up on it. I just want to sit down, just talk and vibe. There's nothing wrong with that. It's literally called a podcast. Like, yeah, I managed to turn it into a YouTube video or something, but like, there's so many people across the world that do that. Like, how is it a problem? But in their eyes, like, no, you're supposed to edit your videos. You can't upload a video, you just talking one take, no editing, none of that, and call it a video. So I guess I'm not a content creator. I don't know, but anyways.
Actual interesting things. Just Robot, on the other hand, like...
But the funny thing is, like, he talks on that. Like, he talks on how I don't edit my videos, where it's like, this video, it was edited by me, the background music was made by me, the gameplay was made by me, everything in the character and the cat in Monster Hunter World, that was customized by me. Like, I'm saying, like, the thing is like, I can always consider myself a talented content creator, but to showcase it in every video, and then the video's like, it's not gonna get the attention that I want. Like, for why? Like, what? Like, why should I do something like that? I mean, like, overall, like, yes, I'm gonna give my fans like everything that I can give them, but to put all this work in a video, and then the next time they see me is months down the road or weeks down the road, I don't even want to wait like a day down the road. I want to give these guys content right then and there. So like, how is that? It's confusing where they will view that as a problem, that I'm a very giving content creator and I want to give as much content out to my, fans, because like, God forbid something bad happens to me, at least you guys got thousands upon thousands of videos, and that's not even including like all my other platforms, but it's like you guys got so much content to watch, like, and then anybody else that want to watch my content, streamers must not be content creator. Exactly, because I'm like, you're doing, and the thing is, it's like the streamers get slept on, because the fact that they can start up a stream, not mess up, not do anything crazy, not, like, there are some streamers that'll do that, but I'm saying, like, there's streamers out there where it's like they don't be messing up left and right, like they could do a stream no problem. So yeah, it's just with these guys, their whole philosophy on content creating is just, it's wrong. Like, you are trying to tell a content creator how to be a content creator, and it's like, fam, I can find so many issues and problems. Like, the fact that he has to wait, that's one thing that I've always said, but it's like the fact that they have to wait for me to upload a video or do something so they can upload a video. I'm like, you're not being a content. You're having to wait for somebody to do to come out with some content so you can create content. You very well can go out of your way. And let me just see real quick, when was the last time this guy posted? Hold on, I messed up. This was the last video he posted, so my point has been proven. Like, my point has been proven. This was the last video that he uploaded on YouTube, because he's not a content creator. He never will be a content. If he can sit down, play video games, talk on, like, the stuff that goes on in the world, like all the content that I'm doing, times it by 10, times it by 100, be better than me in all aspects of content creating, then fam, like, then he's beat me at content creating. But if not, he has no place or business to talk about me. And it's like, bruh, like, this was your last hoorah. This was your last video. This isn't gonna be memorable, bro. Like, live content naturally entertaining. Exactly. Like, and I bet he'll be like seeing this and you're like, oh, this is so boring, I don't like this, blah blah blah. When was this posted? This was posted in 2019. So it was like towards the end of 2019. And I'm like, man, that's just, it's sad that it's like, this is what you wanted to do on December 21st or however long it took you to do this video, but this is what you spent your time on. Like, that's sad, bro. That's really sad. So,
you really think you're gonna pull in views about TMossBoss?
Wow, that was an amazing self-perm right there. I'm honestly not sure which is more impressive, the fact that you managed to so thoroughly roast yourself without even a hint of self-awareness, or the fact that you prefaced it by talking about—
No, it's like, I face the reality of content creating. I don't pull in views. That's not something I'm afraid to admit. I don't pull in views like that. Like, yeah, if I upload a video that's gonna pull in views, then it's gonna pull in views, but if it's not, I'm not gonna make it seem like that 23 views is the most viewed video across all of YouTube. I can admit that. And it's like, I guess maybe with him, he was expecting this video to get a crap ton of views, and it didn't, and that's why he left. So, oh, that edit. Yeah, it's like he probably did the art, but that's about it. Like, the thing is like, I've made a whole album, like, to sit down, because what was it 2020? Drawing, no movement, no active animation, just snap facial changes. No, that's what they do. That's all that these guys— I don't know if you've seen the other two reactions that I did to like reacting to like different people. That's all that they do. There's like some that will like show their face and actually be talking, like, I guess do a video like how I would do a video, but other than that, like, this is all that they will do. They'll come up with like some basic drawing, and that's it. Like, that's all that they end up doing. But I guess like to overall talk on me real quick, and it's not like trying to gas myself up or make it seem like that I'm the best content creator of all time, but it's like while he was sitting down doing this video, or while anybody doing any of them other videos, I'm making music, I'm making podcast episodes, TikToks, YouTube videos, streaming, I'm doing all this different content. This is all he can offer to YouTube. Meanwhile, I'm offering like this type of content, but timesing it by like 1,000, like drawn animations on Flipnote, which is more visually entertaining. Yeah, so it's like stuff like this. It's funny how like they try to get on me for being a basic content creator, but it's like you guys aren't no any different. So
Your channel totally isn't dying without even a hint of self-awareness.
Look at
it's funny though, like how when they were saying like my channel, they always say my channel is dying when I'm not pulling in any like a whole lot of views and stuff. But it was funny because this was prior before I had started reacting to this YouTuber named McNasty and his friends, and I just wanted to like take the time and like show love to McNasty or those guys because they really did help out my channel. I think my channel at the time when he did this video, I might have had like 12,000, 13,000. So I think I had like maybe like 12,000 or maybe even less than that. But I remember I started reacting to McNasty, and then a lot of his fans was coming over to my channel and showing love, and of course I was like, okay, I'm gonna show love back, keep giving you guys content. By like the beginning of summer, I remember I hit like 15K, and I think by the end of that year, or maybe it was like in 2021, I think that's when I hit 20K. But yeah, it's like, how does a channel like die, or if it's dead or whatever? Because my thing is this: if a channel is dying or if it's dead, it's not going to show up in the algorithm, it's not going to show up in the search, it's not going to show up anywhere. It's like the channel is dead, it's buried, it's gone. Like we're moving on to next to the next YouTube channel and stuff. So that's why I never understood like when they said your channel is dying or your channel is dead, and I'm like, I'm still pulling in views every single day. So like, how is a channel dead if I'm not pulling in any views, if I'm not gaining any subscribers, I'm losing subscribers and all that stuff? That's a dead channel. But like, if I'm pulling in views and subscribers every single day, I don't see how a channel can be dead. Like, even if it's not a whole lot, still I'm pulling in something. So
the other videos that was made about me, how come those videos?
what was this? Yeah, I remember that documentary one. I was like, that was just cringy. Is there a site that shows channel analytics when you type the username? You can see? No, yeah, it's called Social Blade, and I check that website frequently. And I'm gonna just say my channel is doing well, but I'm trying to think. I don't know whatever happened to this middle person here, a certain reviewer. I know this guy, he ended up getting his channel taken down because he got caught up in some stuff, and I don't remember this guy, but no, this guy though, like it's funny how like they always would like to get on me about stuff, but I'm like, they never got on him about things. Like this guy was I wonder what his Social Blade looks like. This guy, it's probably not getting a whole lot. Like I'm saying, like let's see if sort by news first. Oh wow, somebody. So it's like, people still comment. It was like the last comment, I guess it was from somebody that's a fan of me, I guess, but that was a month ago. So usually if you're getting if that's like the last comment that you got was from a month ago, I'm gonna just say like it's not doing well. So plus like with 609 subscribers, yeah, his Social Blade thing's probably not all that well, but
Videos don't have hundreds of thousands of views. How come those guys don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers?
Because our channels aren't as big. Jar's actually gone through several channels before he got to the one he has now. And this just happened to be the first one he's done that completely blew up. Furthermore,
it's funny how like it makes me wonder, it's like, why did he have to go through so many channels? Like what was going on with his channels where it's like, because I always see it as like he's obviously doing something that YouTube don't like. Like I know I've had my fair share of beef with YouTube where they'll be giving me like guideline strikes and all that, but overall, like you don't see people like him, just a robot, or this guy or anybody else, where it's like they're like the face of YouTube, based off of the content. It's like you're doing content that's attacking people. That's literally what you build your success off of, is attacking people. At least with me, it's like, yeah, I built my success off of people, but I'm at least showing love and support to those people and letting people know, like, hey, any success that I've reached through YouTube is because of the people that I'm reacting to. So, like, I can show love and support to those that I'm reacting to and not have, like, no issues or no problems with it. It's like them, on the other hand, yeah, it's like, let's see how far they get with YouTube and making hate videos on people.
He didn't get his channel to blow up solely by talking about you. He's talked about a variety of subjects such as politics and power scaling videos. You said that Jar was no doubt faking his subs and views, and this is what you were able to come up with? You can figure these things out on your own with a modicum of thought. Then again, we all know thoughts aren't your strong suit.
For the most part, every video that I've seen about me...
It's like, yeah, and an actual voice isn't your strong suit either. It's like, bro, go to a voice doctor or something before you start attacking me over my thought process.
Maybe like 1,000 views, tops, maybe a little bit more, but definitely less.
Maybe a little more, but definitely less? Have you considered scripting these videos?
The highest viewed video that Just a Robot made about me, that video has 139,000 views. How?
I assume you're talking about TMossBoss does not understand anything at all. And if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it likely has to do with the fact that it's over an hour long, meaning it can gather more retention time. And it was probably at the peak of...
But who's gonna watch an hour-long video? How... It just... That confuses me. Who's searching on YouTube for hour-long videos on me? I don't even do that. I don't even go out my way to find hour-long videos about me. Who's finding these videos? So that's, I'm like, it has to be from, like, people on his channel. But overall, it's like, it's not from actual, like, you know, like, it's not from a random person. A random person isn't gonna go out of their way and try to find, like, a video about me. Like, especially if they don't know me, they don't know, like, stuff that... Maybe a little different. Maybe a little bit more, but definitely less means. But it's still less than average. No need to script. Yeah, that's that's another thing that these guys will always go off of, is that I never use the script for my videos. I'm like, I don't need to. I'm like, see, my thought process. See, the thing is, it's funny how he gets on me about, like, my thought process, but it's like, how bad is your memory to where you're at? I would imagine that he's at a young age, right? How bad is your memory to where you can't remember what video you're going to be talking on or the topics that you're going to be talking on in that video? I'm saying, like, me, my thing is this. If I don't remember stuff, I improvise. Like, see, that's the beauty of being a successful content creator. I might not be successful with numbers, but the content that I can bring and the person that I can bring to content, oh yeah, that's mighty successful. So... yeah, it's funny how, like, they will always get on me about a script, and I'm like, I can remember the things that I'm talking on. I don't need a script for my videos. If I forget, then I forget, and like I said, I just improvise and come up. Like, there's probably a good half of my videos, from reactions to videos of me just sitting down talking about random stuff, from podcast episodes. There's at times where I'm like, I'll just admit to it and be like, oh yeah, I forgot what I was saying, so I'm just gonna move on or talk on something else. There's a good portion, maybe not a good, it's a significant amount. It's probably like a few hundred, but there's videos out there where I've had to just improvise it because I forgot what I was saying, and I didn't, and I played it off so smooth, so well, to where you guys people actually think that it was like, oh, he's just, you know, he didn't forget, he didn't, you know. So that's why, like, in my opinion, I'm like, there's no problem being like that. I had to say that's probably one of the most talented traits to have as a content creator, where you could just improvise. And, you know, you could just, like, not freestyle, but, like, yeah, just, you know, overall, like, improvise with videos and stuff. Right, if you're funny, entertaining, it'll be natural. If you need a script, you're not. Exactly. So, like, that's why it's, you know, like, I can sit down, crack jokes, talk about stuff, all that. Like, because I had to say, like, probably the reason why I'm so good at making videos and I don't need a script, it's because it's because of stuff like this. Me having a conversation with somebody. I am such a people person where it's like I've had random conversations with old people, young people, freaking left and right, and I'm like, I think that's why I'm so good. But it's like when you're sitting inside all day and you're disliking every TMossBoss video that you could possibly find, your social skills, your thought process, the script, all the stuff that you're bringing to content creating, it's not gonna work out for you. That's why he hasn't uploaded a video in like 3 years. So I think stand-up comedians make jokes, use the audience to create a script. Exactly. And that's honestly, if this guy would be a stand-up comedian, he's using other people's material. Like, that's the thing that is like, that you bring. It's like actually dope. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing up comedians, because at least with me, I can talk on whatever I want to talk on. He had to like make a video and then like, no, let's go bring back up his channel. I don't know why I keep doing that, but he has to like talk on all these like different people, because like there's nothing else. So there was that video. So he did three videos on me. No, 4. Was that it? No, 5. No, 6, 7. So he's done 7 videos on me. And it's like, if he would have never known who I was, he would have never posted these videos. He would have never had anything to go based off of. It's like he had to go to other people's YouTube channels to figure out like, oh, well, which content can I upload? The dope thing about like myself as a content creator, I can like open up my laptop, plug in my microphone, plug in my web camera, and just start doing a video. I don't need like nothing to go based off of, or no other YouTubers to figure out like, oh, what content am I gonna upload today? I very well could do that like by myself with no help. So it pays off. It pays off being a content creator like me. I'm not gonna say I'm the best content creator in the world, but it pays off like following in your own footsteps, but like similar to mine.
Interest in hearing him talk about you, since after that the videos he started doing on you started dwindling in views. Char even acknowledged this in the video he did right after the last one he made on you.
So I did my last video on TMossBoss. I expected it to end off on a bang, but it ended off on a whimper. It barely got any views. I really want to do another video on him, especially after his recent response to me. But I made a promise I would stop, and I need to find a new one.
It's funny how he said that he'll stop. And it was funny because I remember there was a time when we had got into it not too long ago. I think it was at the beginning of the year. It was at some point in time on Twitter. And I remember it was a guy was trying to like get me and this guy, just a robot, to have like a private conversation. And I'm like, I'm not with that. And what I should have did was start up a stream, or like tell people, I'm like, hey, like, join the stream, like, because he want to have some private conversation. I'm like, I'm not with that. Everything that we've always have talked on, or every conversation we've had, have always been public. So now all of a sudden he wants to have a private conversation. I'm like, I'm not with that. And I'm like, whatever he needs to say to me, he can tweet it or, message me or whatever. And it was funny because one of his friends was like, oh, he's dyslexic. And I'm like, okay, well, if he can take the time to write out a script, if he could take the time to write out all these other tweets, the descriptions to his videos, the title to his videos, comments in the comment sections, all that stuff, he can't be that dyslexic. So I ain't trying to say anything or, try to disrespect the dyslexic community, but I'm like, to use as an excuse to squash some beef with somebody, I'm like, that to me, I'm like, no, the whole situation just seems shady. And I'm like, I personally don't want to if anything he needs to say to me, he can say it to me publicly, but I'm not trying to have no private conversation with this guy. And then it was funny because he said like, oh, like he'll never make a video on me again. And somebody had asked him, and I think it was either I had just seen the tweet or I was tagged in it, but they had asked him, what would it take for you to make another video on TMossBoss? And he's like, oh, probably if he got arrested or something. And I'm like, what does my personal life, that's what I'm overall saying, where it's like I can move on with my personal life, not worry about these guys, not think about these guys. I'll be doing perfectly fine in life, like with these guys out of my life. He has to sit and wait for the next reason to make some video on me. And I'm like, to live a life like that's just, it's sad. It's honestly, it's sad.
Speaking of which, TMossBoss, if Joe is faking his views, then why didn't he give that video any fake views?
Now, I wanted to go and...
It's like, well, if somebody calls you out on something, obviously you ain't gonna continue doing it. It's like, if you see somebody stealing, you're like, hey, you're stealing. I'm not gonna continuously keep stealing in front of this. I'm like, I'm gonna drop everything. But like, I wasn't doing nothing. Like, that's usually how that stuff... See, that's just a normal person's thought process. Like, just throwing that out there and stuff. I guess, like, he might have like some like Finding Nemo like short-term memory loss thing going on, and he didn't think of that. But anyways,
some other channels that have like roughly the same amount of subscribers that he has, and I found one channel that has, I think, 10,000 more subscribers and then 20,000 more subscribers, but he's making more than the channel that has 10,000 more subscribers than him, even though they have more subscribers and more views. And then the other channel that has 20,000 more subscribers than him, he's making roughly the same amount than them, but he has less views than them.
TMossBoss, you are aware that's just an estimation, right? It even says on the page, estimated monthly and yearly earnings. Social Blade has no way of actually knowing how much someone's making. It even lists me as having a minuscule amount.
These conflict. Mad annoying. Yeah, these like, this was always the videos that they were uploading about me and about other people, but yeah, now it's like, it's funny, like now it's like he's trying to, like, I guess, like not go after, but like, be hateful towards Social Blade and say like they're not a reliable website and stuff. And I'm like, literally everybody goes to Social Blade, for whatever reason, whether they're trying to look at a person's estimated monthly earnings or what else, views, subs, all that stuff. So man, it's like it's like anything that I talk on or mention, it's like he just always managed to just find something. Like, that's why I said that's like one thing that I like challenge these guys to, is like, make a positive video about me. Be nice for once in one of the videos, because if not, then it's like you're proving my point every time when I see a video get made on me, or if I see a tweet get made about me, or if I, it's like, it's the same old stuff. It's nothing different. So
of earnings, despite the fact that my channel was demonetized about a couple years back because I wasn't big enough. And even if Social Blade did have the exact amount of money a person's earning, how does this prove that Jar's faking his views and subs? Admittedly, my knowledge of how view bots work is limited, but unless they also increase ad revenue, I don't see how this provides.
What did I say at the time being? Because it been some years since I had did that video. I had to go back and watch those videos, but I had a reason on why that I believe that his views and all that stuff just wasn't adding up, because I'm like, there's channels out there with the same amount. And I think it was that, was it because they wasn't making enough, or it was like he was making more than them, but it was like the videos wasn't even worth it. It was something, I can't remember, but it's like, if you're generally reacting with reasonable points and comments, then it's entertaining. But when the whole thing is trash talking and talking down to someone, it just makes them seem like a 4chan neckbeard. Yeah, it's like these guys, like, and that's the funny thing is like, this video, it ain't even like his, like I said before, this isn't something that he came up with and that he wanted to genuinely do. This is an echo of like the original like TMossBoss hate videos that was already uploaded and stuff. So like, and the funny thing is like, if you watch this video, if you watch the last video I reacted to, and then that first video that I reacted to of on stream of like the people just hating on me and crap, they're all the same. Like, yeah, the words may be slightly different, but it's all the same. It's no different. It's no different than, like, let's say for an example, a movie series. Let's say for an example, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, like the overall premise of the story, it's the same. The whatchamacallit, the actors is gonna be different. The script is gonna be different, the cars is gonna be different, the setup, the scenery, all that stuff. Like, the premise overall, like the original story is still gonna be there, but people are just only like copying and pasting, or not copying, yeah, copying and pasting it, and they just taking some words out and add some words in. So, like, there's nothing. You can watch the first video about me that was ever uploaded, and that's everything that you need to see right there about TMossBoss, right? It's just, it's so, like, to me, that's why, like, it took me a while to, like, really sit down and react to these videos, because I knew how pointless it was gonna be reacting to them. A lot of this stuff was already said in my comment sections, so that's why if I'm not, like, sounding surprised when reacting to this, like, oh my god, I can't believe he just said, like, it's because a lot of this stuff was, like, already said to me in the comment sections. Alright, they aren't even critiquing the video, they're just saying, well, no, because you're wrong. Yeah, everything that I've said, it's like I'm always wrong on it. Like, he said that the video was good, it was a decent video or whatever in the beginning, but everything that I said was wrong. That makes no sense. It's a good video, but I'm wrong. I can see why he disappeared, because I'm like, this video makes no sense.
Despite any evidence of Jar's views being faked.
And then another thing that I noticed is that he's not verified on YouTube. Isn't your YouTube channel, like, once you hit 100,000 subscribers, aren't you supposed to get verified?
That's not how it works. YouTube's verification checkmark thing is based more on how much you've built yourself as a brand. Since Jar doesn't really have any social media presence outside of YouTube, with the exception of Twitter, YouTube probably doesn't give him the verification checkmark. Especially after that whole controversy where they apparently de-verified a ton of different people, but I haven't been able to look into that.
Well, like, honestly, why would, like, my thing is this. YouTube is obviously, they're gonna, like, look into the people that are overall, pretty much, I don't think YouTube would ever, I mean, if they do decide to verify him, then that's on them. I don't think they have, but overall, I just, I don't think that that's something that they're like, they're so quick to doing, because overall, based off of the content that he uploads, he's uploading content just hating, like, this is something that I've said about their, like, that whole just fan base, is that the fans are just haters of other, creators and stuff, and they all just manage to subscribe to, like, one person and rely on him to make, like, the next, like, hate video and stuff. But other than that, like, it's just, they're not, like, fans, they're just haters. But anyways, back to the video.
You're supposed to even get 100K plaque. I went through his videos. I didn't see nothing about no 100K plaque.
First off, just because he hasn't made a video about it doesn't mean he didn't get it. Second off, if you really must know, he says he's not planning on ordering it until he can make a living off of YouTube.
And from what I hear, just the robot, he's still working. Usually 100,000 subscribers, aren't you making enough money to be able to quit your job and then you're doing YouTube?
He's pulling in a lot of views, right? So I'm saying, it's like the way he hyped him up early on in the video, he made it seem like that he was pulling in a lot of views, or he had his reason for pulling in a lot of views, and now all of a sudden he's not making enough to make YouTube. Because no, there is a YouTuber that I don't know if anybody pays attention to, but this is somebody that I followed, and I still follow to this day, but his name is I'm Dante. And I remember when, I think it was him, and I think it was this other YouTuber named Tyrone Magnus. Both of those guys both do reaction videos. That's the funny thing about it. But anyways, they both like overall have like, once they both had hit 100K subscribers, both those guys had quit their jobs. I think Tyrone Magnus, I'm trying to think, did Did he have 100K when he quit his job? He might. Well, I remember Tyrone Magnus made it onto the news, so that might have been like a plus, like on like helping his channel grow. But yeah, I remember when I'm Dante, he did like a video saying how, and I think I might have mentioned that in this video, but yeah, he did a video saying how like he, you know, he's can do YouTube full time, and I see a lot of other creators where it's like you have 100K, like, you know, you're usually doing good for yourself and things, to where, and I'm like, yeah, something just don't add up, you know, with it all. But anyways, it's like, it's funny how like the video that I made, it's like things are starting to kind of like come back to me and stuff.
I thought you said he was making more money than people with more subs and views than him. Now you're calling the amount of money he makes into question? Also, while hundreds of thousands of views used to be the standard one had to hit in order to make a living off YouTube, things have changed since then, owing largely due to the adpocalypses and demonetization. And in addition to this, there could be varying factors relating to how much Jar needs to live. Maybe he lives somewhere where the rent is exceptionally high. Or maybe he simply wishes to maintain a higher standard of living and has to do both YouTube and work at the same time. You told us no doubt, and you still haven't provided anything even remotely damning, dude. The only thing you've given me no doubt about is that your IQ is below room temperature.
Just the robots on the side making more money than channels where they're talking about
Exactly what he... You have 1K. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's funny how like this guy, he was so quick to jump up and defend Just a Robot, but it's like, look where it led you. It just led you to just probably like more depression. I'm just still tripping off of his voice. Like, honestly, I'm curious. Like, I wonder if people would still watch me if I had talked like that, because if so, then I'm like, man, you got some people out there that really love you, but I just, man, this guy, like, he is just, no, that's who it was. It was funny because I was just watching it. I hadn't got to that part of the movie yet, but it was this guy from The Mask. That really sad, depressing guy. It sounds like him, but like if he had like one of them like Darth Vader like voice changing things. Hearing him, he sounds, no, that's who he reminds me of, that sad guy from The Mask with Jim Carrey, and he was like, I think, was he the creator of The Mask, or he like knew history on The Mask and stuff. But yeah, anybody out there, watch that. If you've never watched The Mask, watch The Mask, and trust me, you'll see who I'm talking about as soon as he pops up on the screen. Talks just like this guy. Might be a little bit older than this guy, but man, I honestly feel like that this may be the guy's son, or this might be what he does on the low. Like, I don't know that man's name in real life. Maybe that guy's name is Brad. I don't know, but man, I remembered it. I actually remembered it before it's like the stream ended. So
stuff that's worth watching. Channels that has more views than them, but he's either making roughly the same amount or more than those channels. Why is my phone going off right now?
Listen for once in your freaking life.
did he mess up?
But anyways, yeah, do you see?
Did he? Oh, okay. I see what. Okay, I was like, that was such a poor edit. So he tried to make it seem like that he had called me. I'm gonna just say right now, if I seen his name pop up, I wouldn't answer the phone. That was like, I guess, clever, but that was just, man. Huh. Alright, I guess.
Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, are you seeing my point here? Now, switching gears here and talking about Just a Robot's editor, because I guess he can't edit videos about me anymore. It's funny how it's like he gets on me about editing videos, but it's like, bro, you're having to shout out your editor.
That was choppy. Yeah, it was like, I didn't realize what was happening. I was like, I started hearing like the phone go off, and I'm like, I'm positive I wasn't holding my phone up to the microphone. I'm like, what? I'm like, I guess I don't remember that. But anyways, no, I'm trying to think if I don't think any of that stuff. So like with Just a his former editor, I don't think none of the crazy things that guy had happened at the time. I don't think none of that stuff had happened until like in the middle. It might have been like some months after he uploaded this video, so it might have been like in like February or March of 2020.
Okay, and the reason why people criticize you for not editing your reaction videos is...
You had a random old beep tone, like what? That's what I'm saying. I was like, it was just so weird. I was like, I guess it was a clever joke, but at the same time, I'm like, the joke could have been escalated a lot better and things, but anyways.
Because you're supposed to edit out parts so you're not using the video in its entirety. No one ever got after you for not editing videos personally. If you had someone else editing your reaction videos for you, that would have been fine. The point was that you weren't editing.
And I can see right now they had been calling me out. They were like, oh, TMossBoss can't edit his own videos and think he's not a real content creator. It is funny because how they say that, like, you know, like they get on me about that. And the funny thing is, I remember, was it 2020 or 2021? I just remember during Black History Month. It might have been last year. I think it was during Black History Month. And I remember when YouTube so they did like this like compilation video showing off all these like different black YouTubers. First black YouTuber they used was Tyrone Magnus. Me and Tyrone Magnus's videos are like somewhat different. But they're like, I mean, they're different in their own way because he has his style of doing reaction videos and I have mine, but they're almost the same thing. The only thing that's just different, I guess, would be the setup and then our characters. But other than that, like not editing the reaction video, same exact thing. So and the funny thing is like, he's a much more bigger YouTuber than me. YouTube took notice of him. They had showcased him in a Black History Month compilation video. So like, if it was really a problem with not editing a video, it's like, fam, don't you think YouTube would have said something about that before some weird, sad, depressing voice guy named Brad would have told me? Like, YouTube would have shut me down years ago when I started doing reaction videos. They're not gonna wait until whenever to start shutting me down, but anyways.
Them at all.
At least I don't have to shout out anybody in the description of my videos when I upload a video and stuff. No, everything that I do, it's all me.
Except you do? You have to shout out everyone you do a reaction of.
So
I'll admit that I do that. So I'm like, but other than any other video, that I think more so, I should have like maybe corrected myself on that. Any other video besides reaction videos, like for an example, the video that he is watching. I don't have to. The only person I had to shout out in that video was myself, because I'm like, I created everything in the video. Maybe not the video game. Or the program I used to edit the video, but other than that, I'm like, everything else, I'm like, it's all me. So that's why I had to. I should have maybe corrected myself on that, but I didn't. So I'll take an L on that.
But yeah, talking about Joshua. Joshua, I don't know if he's faking his subs, faking his views, but he does have a good amount of views. I actually recorded this video, or this part of the video, for a separate reason, but I just wanted you guys to see this little clip for a little bit, because I noticed that Just a Robot.
It's funny because like they always got on me about like reactions and about like my videos. This dude had uploaded a video about a former male porn star. And I'm like, he ain't had nothing to do with that video. What else? He's done reactions himself. I don't know if he had edited the reactions and stuff, but yeah, it's like, it's funny how they would get on me about my videos, but I'm like, he's literally doing the same thing. How come you guys aren't calling him out for his stuff? Why am I the only one being called out? How come he ain't being called out? Like, he uploaded a whole video of Robin Williams, and it's like, bruh, he ain't even uploading videos that's his. Like, at least I can say that my reaction videos are mine. Like, a lot of this stuff he uploaded, what is this, a movie? This man that uploaded a whole movie, a VHS phone dialing sound, like, a kiss scene from a movie. Wow, that's some wild stuff.
Credits in the bottom of his or in the description of his videos that he uploads about me. talking about Joshua, because it's funny how Just a Robot was getting on me about reaction videos and not editing and stuff. And I remember the first time I seen a Joshua video, it was a reaction to a Try Not to Laugh challenge that I had uploaded. He didn't edit that video.
Okay, I can actually see your point there. However, Joshua actually addressed this in Jar's video, TMossBoss is evil.
I used to be in Tyler's shoes. I used to base my whole entire channel on reaction videos, and I thought I didn't need anybody's help. I'm doing just fine. I'm not harming anybody. Pretty much every excuse that you've heard before. Now, it did hurt, and it made me uncomfortable when I was facing criticism with my content, and even how I acted back then.
Why is he saying it like he was on drugs or something? He's saying like he made it seem like that I was like that we're out here doing crack cocaine when we're doing reaction videos. Bruh, it's a reaction video. You do not need sad music in the sad acting for saying you don't do reaction videos no more. Why is this part so sad? I'm like, dang, man. I'm like, maybe I should stop doing reaction videos. This guy sounds so sad, but then he always would kind of put on like some like acting, personality and stuff when he would do videos. Because I remember when he did the one video about me where he was like yelling and stuff, and it was so like, it was just so acted out. I'm like, bruh, did he, I wonder like, after he ended the video, did he like send it to people? He's like, hey, you guys think this is good? He's like, I think this is good. He's like, watch this part right here. This is my favorite part. This is why I really start getting loud and stuff. Like, man, that is, wow. That is some crazy stuff. Like, he was so like sad during, why is everybody sad when they do a video about me? Like, they're gonna have to like start doing some like uplifting videos about me. I can't watch these if all of them are gonna be sad. I'm not trying to like tomorrow. No, if I do this again, I'm getting me like a box of tissues or like something to just overall, because I'm like, this is sad, man.
But when everything was calmed down, I thought about it.
I'm surprised he hasn't if he really wanted to go all out for this video, this is what you do for stuff like this. You have you still have like your face and talking and all that stuff, but then it just randomly cuts to you walking outside with your hands, tiny violin for sure, but it just randomly cuts to him outside walking with his hands behind his back, just kicking a rock and looking into the distance of just sadness. Like, oh my god, these guys are so sad doing videos about me, and it's like, well, why would you do them? If you know it's gonna leave you this depressed, why would you do them?
I began to change my content up, and I began to do vloggings, commentaries, karaoke and stuff, and you know what? I'm glad I did.
So yes, Joshua did used to do reaction videos, however he's actually listened to the opposing side's arguments and stopped. The only reaction video he's done...
Yeah, but it's like he's listening to people that don't like reaction videos. So here's the thing. I've had it where people have contacted me. I'll never forget when this one channel, they contacted me. And that's how I knew, like, okay, like, my reaction videos are solid. People like them. And that's the thing. And I'm like, I'm not going to base that off of, like, every person that I've reacted to. But there was the one time where I reacted to somebody, and it was just me reacting to a bunch of different videos that I seen on YouTube. But I reacted to this guy. It was like a top 10 video or whatever. And so afterwards, after I posted the video, I was, just still posting, doing whatever. And he contacted me. He reached out to me, or I think he commented on the video, and he said like, hey, I usually don't like reaction videos. Isn't Raymond Johnson a reaction channel? I guess like in a way he would be considered like somebody that did reactions and stuff. But it was kind of like a blend between like my videos and what this video would be and stuff. But anyways, but no, so the guy reached out to me and was all like, hey, I don't like reaction videos, but after watching your video, like, it was really entertaining, it was really good, and so on. And I'm like, this is coming from somebody that don't like reaction videos, and they actually liked it. They actually liked my video and stuff. So like, it's stuff like that where when you're getting it from a person where it's like they don't have there, I feel like there's a difference between you not liking it and you just having a full-blown hatred for it. Like me, there's videos out there that I don't like, and it's videos that I just don't go out my way to watch. But when I sit down and watch one, like for an example, a makeup tutorial video, there was a time I remember one of my friends had uploaded, she just got into YouTube and she did a makeup tutorial. I usually don't watch them, but I was like, hey, that was like, I guess if I was into makeup, like, yeah, that would be a good video to watch and stuff. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, it's like, but if like, let's say if I had like a full-blown like hatred towards makeup tutorials and all that stuff, which I never will because I just think it would be stupid. But yeah, I probably would have stopped talking to my friend and just been like, no, she does makeup tutorials, it's stupid, it's like they're dumb, I hate makeup tutorials, I never will be friends with her and stuff. You like see how like childish that is to carry on like that? Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's stuff like this, like what I said in the last video I reacted to. You're not gonna make it far carrying on like this. So, but anyways.
Recent memory is his reaction to people's birthday videos they made for him, which those videos were made specifically so they could be on his channel. And he didn't even need to stop doing reaction videos, he could have just started editing parts out. But either way is fine as far as I'm concerned. And that's all we wanted from you too. We didn't want you to stop doing reaction videos necessarily, we just wanted you to edit parts of the original video out. Really not that hard to understand.
This video right here, Star Wars Episode 7.
Yeah, like he was re-uploading other people's reactions. So that's why it kind of like, I was like thinking to myself, like, it's one thing to get on me about uploading reactions. At least I'm uploading my own reactions. Excuse me. This guy was re-uploading other people's reaction videos. I don't get, and it's funny because I think that's what got him. Well, so I think it was him re-uploading other people's reactions. And then I think it was for him getting caught up talking to some underage girl. Like, that's what somebody had told me. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, somebody I remember had joined my stream one day. Did they? No, they didn't join my stream. This is this is from the friend of Just the Robots that was trying to get us to have a conversation with each other. He just randomly told me, he was just like, oh yeah, Joshua, I guess, got caught up talking to an underage girl. And I'm like, and you guys was like, this man was out here like doing things far more worse. Like, he could get arrested for doing that. Like, if I get arrested, if I find myself in prison for doing reaction videos, then I'm like, that'll be the only time I think I'll like admit, like, yeah, these guys, they got the best of me, they won. Like, no, this whole thing, it was like I said, they got the best of me and stuff. But I highly doubt I'm gonna be sitting in prison and being like, oh, so like somebody looks at me and be like, oh, so what are you in for? Reaction videos. I'm like, they pretty much gave me life because of the amount of reaction videos I did. So
The Force Awakens official teaser reaction mirrored. He re-uploaded Tyrone Magnus's video.
This is probably the closest to a valid point TMossBoss has ever made.
no, it's like, it's not the closest. It's literally something that these guys argued with me for years. For years. And then all of a sudden, I make probably the one point where they had no argument for, and it's like, what honestly, what can you say? And then it's like, of course, they try to like downplay it to make it seem like it's not all that important. I'm like, this is what I was dealing with for 4 years, man. 4 years.
However, there's a bit more to the story on Joshua's side. A while back, Tyrone Magnus released a video stating that he was taking down videos of his that had gotten claimed, and gave his fans the go-ahead in regards to downloading his videos.
Y'all better start downloading my videos. Alright, make your own little library. Alright, on your desktop folder.
And he never said to re-upload them. So it's like, what was the point of adding this video? He never said that you can re-upload the video. So like, and then that, to me, I'm like, that's just stupid, where it's like, he literally said he's not uploading or he's taking the videos down because they're getting copyright claimed or copyright strikes and things. So why would you re-upload the video? That's why if his channel got taken down for copyright strikes or whatever, it's like that's stupidity. That's literally him being stupid. I'm like, no, he brought that on himself. So
My favorite Tyrone Magnus videos going forward.
Now granted, the fact he gave people permission to download his videos doesn't necessarily mean he'd be fine with someone else re-uploading said videos, but in any case, re-uploading videos for the sake of archiving them isn't the same as re-uploading them to get views and the like from someone else's work.
are you serious? Are you serious? I can't hear. I'm not hearing this right now. He really just separated the differences of re-uploading videos. He's trying to defend him by saying that he wasn't re-uploading it for views. He's re-uploading it to archive it. The video got 6,000. My thing is this: if that was the case, then how come he didn't have the video as unlisted or private? Like, why did he have to publish the video for the whole world to see? The video was obviously taken down for. Man, these guys, bro. He just okay. That's probably the one thing that I am gonna be surprised over. It's like he really just tried to make it like defend him for re-uploading a video. That's what I'm saying. It's like these guys had a hatred towards me. It wasn't on those stuff where it was like, oh, we're just trying to help you. We're just trying to criticize you. We're just trying to. No, these guys have a full-blown hatred for me. Like, how do you separate the differences of re-uploading a video? Like,
Joshua did here is less akin to content theft and more akin to the guy who re-uploaded Jinx's videos so we could all point and laugh at him.
Joshua, I don't really understand that guy. I really don't.
still to this day, don't.
At first he was cool with me, and then he just out of nowhere just turned his back on me. And I guess it has something.
I'm like, I'm just tripping off of the fact that I remember I played this game. I was literally going up against this like weird ice-looking dragon, and I think I did kill it too. I think I killed it, but I really had started my game up, recorded this video, just so I could have it a part of this video. I swear, man, I'm on some stuff when it comes to content creating.
Something to do with that suicidal girl. And we all know that that whole situation was a fraud. It was a fake.
No, you arbitrarily decided that for yourself. And even if it had turned out to be a fraud, you specifically said that you'd be there for people if they were ever feeling suicidal. You owed her the benefit of the doubt.
I owed her that. It's this random girl that literally passed by suicide hotlines, multiple social media accounts, literally the whole internet. There's all these different places you can go to in case if you're feeling suicidal. This girl goes to Twitter, is spamming my Twitter account asking for help. When I ask her, I'm like, okay, what's the issue? Like, I can help you. What's the issue? And you're not telling me nothing. And then I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get back to work. I can't, be sitting here texting or tweeting people and stuff, and I'm not trying to get fired. So I'm gonna get back to work. And then all of a sudden, weeks later, it becomes a video. And then sometime after that, another person tries doing the same thing, and they're following the people that I'm like beefing with at the time, and I owe her something. Oh my God, it's like, man. Like, if anybody were to tell me, like, no, these guys didn't have, like, a hatred towards you, I honestly would just, that would be, like, the one time I think I would laugh. Like, I would just laugh, like, really hard in their face about, like, the hate and stuff. Like, these people, man, is, like, this was their thought process. Like, this was their thought process from 2016 all the way to 2020.
Even if it did turn out that the girl was really bullies pretending to be a different person this whole time, while it would vastly harm my view of him as a person, my view of you as a person would remain.
When did I say it was bullies? Why did he throw that in there? I never knew who it was. I'm trying to think. Did I say? I think I just said that it was like a random fan, but like, why would he throw that name out of all the names? It literally could have been anybody, but like, that's weird. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'ma just say that that's weird, but maybe this video was like a message or something. Maybe he really, you know what? Maybe this guy really doesn't hate me. He just did this video like hoping one day I will watch it and stuff, and here's that day, and I'm like, huh. I'm gonna try to decode this. I'm gonna be on some Uncharted stuff tonight. I'm gonna take this video, I'm gonna like try to like script it all out, find all the missing pieces to the puzzle. I'm gonna go on a treasure hunt with this video.
Unchanged, because you had nothing to lose by hearing her out. And in regards to Joshua turning on you, the reason why he was nice to you in the first place is because he was trying to get you to understand the opposing side's view, and he thought you might listen if he befriended you first.
He reacted to a video of mine. Like, no. So I still remember when me and Joshua, when we very first interacted, I'm trying to think. I don't think he commented, unless he commented to say that he reacted to one of my videos. The first time me and him ever talked was when he reacted to one of my videos. He never once mentioned anything about him being cool. I didn't even know he was cool with those guys until he had made a video about me, and I was like, oh, well, then that's why he's making a video. But it was like, I thought we were chill. I thought we were cool. I'm trying to think, was I subscribed to him? I might have even been subscribed to him, but yeah, it's like, I think that's just weird. It's like, okay, then why would he react to me? Like, he should have just been sitting down, just talking with me, just trying to explain to me and stuff, and it could have went on from there. But it's like, he didn't. He reacted to a video of mine, and then sometime later, he uploaded a video of him screaming in the backseat of a car about me. Like, how do you look at that and see somebody trying to be friends with you? Like, yeah, the first video of you reacting to the person's stuff, but, like, the second video of you yelling at me in the backseat of a car, like, that's not being friends with somebody. Like, unless that's how you and them friends, but I'm like, I don't know you like that, so yeah, that's just weird. But anyways,
especially since in one of your many final videos regarding the situation, you said this.
I feel like even with them, okay, let's say if I were to make a video that they don't like, okay, I feel like they would be nice about it, okay.
I did this video, I was actually playing Grand Theft Auto, so I didn't like just record the footage and then put it over a voiceover. Like, I was actually playing the game, but I wasn't doing anything. I was just driving on the freeway. I figure it's literally the one thing that I could do where it's like I'm not giving this game all my focus and stuff, so.
Okay. Then, you know, going all crazy in my comment sections and all over the place, you know, trying to disregard me, trying to make me feel bad about myself for the videos that I am making and things.
Yet Joshua tried to be nice to you, and you still kept doing the same thing, until eventually you ignored the suicidal girl and Joshua couldn't defend you anymore. And it's not just Joshua, in fact, a good chunk of your critics tried to be nice to you at some point in time. Even iBullyBullies, one of your harshest critics, tried to be nice to you at one point.
He seems to be a nice guy, but he is quick to judge others. Let's begin with his way to handle criticism. How are you gonna give me advice on my videos and you don't even watch them? You can't watch some of them and speak for all of them. Come on now. I kind of get what you're trying to say, but the problem is that most of your videos are the same, and you can't deny that. You don't edit your video much. I do know that you edit your videos more now, and I do watch your videos because I do find you to be an interesting person. But with that said, I think you have a lot to do to improve on yourself, because you can't keep denying the criticism you get. If you deny the criticism you get, you're never going to grow as a person. Don't get me wrong.
I think anybody in this world that has grown as a person, you know, and maybe it's his viewing of how a person grows, or your typical viewing of how a person grows. My thing is this, you know, if you look at some of the biggest, you know, whoever's like the upper people in the world, from let's say like an actor, right? Let's say if it's somebody like Denzel Washington, you know, if there's somebody that were to criticize his acting, and I'm pretty sure that there's people out there that's criticized his acting before, and they've had negative things to say about it. Do you think movies like Training Day, Fences, what are some other Denzel Washington, Malcolm X, like, you know, like some of his like top movies. You know, do you think he still would have did those movies if he would have listened to the people that was criticizing him? Or even if we talk on like content creators, where there's literally content creators all across the world, if not all content creators across the world, where they will have people telling them you're not good. I don't know how many times I've had people that I know to like tell me that my content is not good. And I'm like, if I sit down and listen to that, or if people just sat down and listened to the critics, ain't nobody gonna be doing nothing. It's just gonna be a lot of people sitting at home, sounding depressed, making TMossBoss videos. But like overall, it's just you're not gonna get anywhere. You're not gonna get anywhere being successful with sitting around listening to what other people think about you or how they feel about you. You're not gonna gain anything from that. There's nothing to gain from that. Okay, a person out there doesn't like your videos. And what am I supposed to do about that? If they don't like my videos, it's not like I'm the only person on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, or any other social media platform. There's so many other content creators out there. Watch those content creators. I'm not forcing, there's nobody in this world that's forcing these guys to watch my content. So if you're being forced, then I'm like, fam, you need to exclude yourself from like those people and stuff. But like overall, you're not being forced to watch my content. So it just it trips me out that they make it seem like that's how it's operated, that's how it works, and it's like, it's not. You very well can watch, if you want to watch any, look, he has Markiplier, PewDiePie, look like some TFS Gaming, all these to call me Kevin. There's all these different people you can watch. If you want to sit down and watch my videos, fam, that's on you. But I'm not forcing you to watch my videos, so anyways. It is funny how it's like they always would say like that they don't dislike my stuff. Dude literally just posted a screenshot of how he just disliked all my posts and stuff. So, and I'm like, and there's one where it's like, it's just me saying, what type of videos do you guys want to see more of? I got a lot of work in the works, but is there something I haven't done that you guys would like to see? Fans only. And what's the reason of disliking that? And then it's like a video asking people to like comment some videos that you want me to react to. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what is there if he, and it's funny because they say that they dislike to criticize. What is that? What is so criticize? How do you criticize that? How do you criticize somebody literally asking their fans, hey, give me some video ideas? What is there to criticize about that?
Wrong with reaction channels. I love the like Fine Bros, Teens React, you know, all that shit. But I do have a problem with reaction channels that doesn't edit the videos, taking another person's content, which is exactly what you are doing. And I know you don't see a problem with it, but a lot of people do. And you have to realize that that's something you have to accept, that people don't agree with you. And you can't keep blocking people, can't keep insulting them, because in the end that's going to lead to a lot of fans leaving you, which they clearly have done because most subscribers are inactive. And I'm not saying this to hate on you, I'm actually...
How does he know my fans have like left me? Like me and this guy, we're chilled now. I think we were, I think we are, I don't know. But I just, it's still like a part of me that just don't have like no trust towards any of these guys. And I think, you know, anybody with a right mind can like understand that and see that in things. But it's just, man, it's so weird, like just their mindset and the whole philosophy of content creating and stuff. Like, oh man, how long do I got with this video? 7. Okay, let's just try to hurry up and get through this.
I actually want you to grow as a creator and become a better person.
But no matter how many times we try to reach out to you in a calm and rational manner, you just keep ignoring us and acting like the same narcissist you've always been.
He's just gonna exploit me for views, just like he exploited his mom for views, just like he exploited everybody else for views. Joshua is a user.
Of all the things you've said in this video, this is by far the worst. Tyler, I know you're probably not self-aware enough to realize why what you just said is reprehensible, but you pretty much just spat in the face of your own apology to Joshua Montag.
Because, like, here's the thing, you know, I remember when that whole situation went down, when I had talked on his tribute video for his mom. I truly did feel bad, but when I see this same person, you know, like they're like obviously upset on some stuff that I did, and I'm like, okay, I understand that anybody would be upset over some stuff like that. But when I see this same person and he's going around and he's helping all these people make like videos about me and stuff, but then when as soon as I come out and say something or I come out and defend myself, I'm supposed to be quiet, I'm supposed to stop talking, I'm supposed to, but he's like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything regarding him, but I am gonna help all these guys make these like hate videos about you and stuff. How am I supposed to look at that and see that as normal? You know, so that's why like, you know, a part of me is like, it is messed up that you know, that I did what I did, but it wasn't like I had any knowledge of like what that video was about. If I would have known what that video was about, I'd been like, oh, okay, well, it's, you know, like I'm not clicking on that, I'm clicking on something else. But I didn't know what that video is about, so it was like you can't get on somebody for not knowing. That it's just it's not something to like argue with. It's like literally there's something that they didn't know about me and I'm getting on them about it. They're gonna say the same thing. So that's why I'm like, it confuses me like with how they handle stuff where it's like they always got to be right on something, and then as soon as I say something or as soon as I come out and want to defend myself, I'm wrong. That makes no sense. It's like you can't go. It's funny how it's like they get on me talking about I can't go my whole life with without accepting criticism and stuff. And I'm like, you can't go your whole life thinking that you guys are right in every conversation, argument, debate, whatever it is that you want to call it. You can't go your whole life thinking I'm right on everything that I talk on. Like, I'm the smartest in the world. I'm this, I'm that. Like, because at the end of the day, there's everything that they're doing is no different than what I'm doing. It's slightly different, but it ain't different at the same time.
Thing that gave us all a minuscule amount of hope for you, and you just spat on it. What is wrong with you, Tyler? Seriously, I've given you the benefit of the doubt so many times. I've tried to be patient, but that's because I firmly believe that your actions are motivated by ignorance rather than malice. This crosses the line, though. This makes me think that you're not only an idiot, but a bad person. Your apology proved that you're capable of self-reflection, that you're able to realize when you've messed up, but evidently feeding your ego is far more important to you than self-reflecting. You've demonstrated the value of your character through your repeated actions, and I can't simply make excuses for you forever. It's taken a lot, and I mean...
He's saying this as if, like, we were friends or something. Like, man, I don't know you. Like, don't talk like... The thing is, like, that's one thing I ain't like with these guys is, like, they talk to me as if, like, we were friends. I'm like, we're not friends. I don't want to be friends with people like this. I'm gonna just make that as clear as day right now. I don't want to be friends with any of these people. I'm all like, yeah, if like, at the end of the day, if we squash the beef, we squash the beef. But I'm like, don't expect me to be sitting up in the middle of the night talking to you guys for whatever reason. I'm like, no. Like, no, I don't want to have no interactions with these guys whatsoever. Like, this is the one only time I want to have interactions is when I'm just going back and just reacting to these videos. But other than that, it's like any conversation now, like, I don't want to talk with these guys. It's just it's pointless, because if everything I'm gonna say, if I'm gonna be wrong, and that's like, and here's the thing, it's like I can accept when I'm wrong in a conversation, but it's like with this particular situation where you guys are getting on me about how I do videos, and there's all these people that you're going by, there's like, or scrolling past, there's all these different, then there's people even within your community that's doing the same videos, if not worse videos. You never say anything to them, but always want to say something to me. It's like, how am I supposed to look at you guys and be like, oh yeah, I can have a logical conversation with you guys? It's like, I know I'm not gonna have no logical conversation with you. So it's like, why would I even set myself up for that failure?
A lot of this continued behavior for me to finally say this, but you are a bad person. And barring some significant change in your behavior, I'm afraid I can't change my mind on that assertion.
He has 2 YouTube channels, one that he claimed that got hacked. I don't even believe that, because I honestly believe that probably YouTube seeing what was going on with that channel, and yeah, overall just wasn't allowing him to get back on that channel.
That makes no sense. Why would YouTube prevent him from accessing his channel? Why wouldn't they just outright ban the channel if they thought he was doing something illegitimate?
It's like, it's called an investigation. It's like, you don't watch CSI, you don't watch crime shows, you don't watch, like, Like, it's my thing is this is like, if obviously, like, and my thing is that there, if a store, I guess, like, if something was going on at a store, and you know, like, okay, well, we can't like close it down like all the way and things until we find like some hard evidence. And me personally, I'm like, I do think that that can be the case, but I'm like, I really don't know. Like, all the stuff that I've dealt with YouTube, I don't know how YouTube works anymore. So it's yeah, it's just in my opinion, it's like whatever, you know, goes down with a YouTube channel. I'm like, hey, it seems like some typical YouTube stuff. So, but anyways,
Action skills are just plain hopeless.
How is that channel even still has 80-something thousand subscribers and he's not even active on that channel anymore?
Because people didn't bother to unsubscribe? For the same reason why your hordes of inactive subs aren't unsubscribing from you?
Overall, this was between me and him. The fact that he had to get other people involved, that just shows just the robot, his fans, the whole community. They cannot defeat a person one-on-one.
He didn't have to get other people involved. We got involved of our own accord, and even prior to that he had no problem arguing against your points. Everyone else who got involved either did so because you've become an easy bandwagon to do videos on, or because they genuinely...
so it's like he just pretty much admit, like, okay, it's like, yeah, overall, we know we're gonna gain something from making videos on TMossBoss, so yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on the bandwagon. And he has set him, I can see why this is his last video. He set himself up so much.
Wanted to get through to you. Honestly, TMossBoss, the fact that so many people have come to Jar's side on this should, in the very least, get you to contemplate the notion that you may be in the wrong here.
Nope.
Granted,
It's the reason why, and the funny thing he say that, it's like the reason why I never will see myself in the wrong is because it's all people seeing his side. They're not seeing my side. They're not putting themselves in my shoes. No, they only want to see one side and one side only. So that's why I'm like, I'm never going to look at myself and be like, huh, maybe I was wrong in that. I was wrong for interacting with it. I'm even wrong for reacting to this video right now. But that's the thing. It's like, it's at the end of the day, it is my choice on what I do with my content. So if I do decide to react to this, whatever consequences I got to face afterwards is the consequences I got to face afterwards. I own up to that. I understand that. But I'm not going to look at myself and be like, I'm wrong for not doing videos the way that they want me to do videos. That makes no sense. Because I'm like, that's the case, then nobody should be on YouTube doing videos, period. If they're going to have people left and right criticizing the videos that they do. Pretty much nobody would be successful on YouTube if they had to sit down and listen to people like him. I wouldn't even want to be on the YouTube platform if I know I had to sit down and listen to people like him. But yeah, it's like, it's stuff like that where, and even him, it's funny because it's like if this video, same format and all that stuff, if this were to get made about him, like, honestly, do you think he would listen? Do you think if I were to sit down and make this same video about him, do you think he would listen? Because if that's the case, then it's like, fam, if you're going to sit here and critique me on my videos, it's like, okay, let's sit here and critique him about his videos. First off, have like a proper like grammar on how to like spell things. It's like, that's not how my name is spelled. So it's like, you're gonna spell my name, it's like, or like use just overall like the proper like, you know, capital words and stuff, or letters. What else? Have a description for your videos. Have better editing for your videos. Show your face in your videos. Have a better voice for your videos and stuff. Have some background music. Overall, do videos where it's not having to be about me. Honestly, he's probably not even on YouTube anymore, but yeah, it's like, there's so many things it's like to criticize about this video. It's like, sir, you should be the last one talking about like people's videos and all that stuff. But anyways,
popular opinion doesn't dictate reality, but the only people who agree with you are people that, more likely than not, haven't watched any of our videos or heard the opposing side. Whereas the people on Jar's side have all heard your arguments and still disagree with them. If you're as confident in your position as you pretend to be, then why can't you respond to our actual arguments?
Okay, you might have me in arguments.
It's like, I'm pretending to be confident. How do you pretend to be confident? You're either confident or you're not. Like,
content creator? You don't. You're nowhere near me.
Yeah, he surpassed you several times over.
Nowhere near me. There ain't even a comparison when it comes to me.
It's funny how it's like, because I remember I used to be like that, where I would like always use like subs and views as like, oh, that's why I'm doing better. But it's like overall like the entertainment that you bring to content, because there's people out there, there's comedians out there that's funnier than like the bigger comedians and stuff, and they're like, they don't have like no sold out like Madison Square Garden show or any other show, or it's like they don't have like some big popular TV show or movies being played all throughout like different platforms and movie theaters. There's like actors, comedians, and a bunch of other people that's like, they don't have all that, but they're still better than like, you know, the like some higher ups out there and stuff. So that's how I view it. It's like, it don't matter how many subscribers he has. He's, in my opinion, he can have 1 million subscribers. He's still going to be that same person that I was beefing with day one. It's like 3,000 subscribers, doing everything that he possibly can to like get underneath my skin. It's like, it's not gonna, you know, like have like, it's not gonna have any bad effect on me of overall like how big he gets on YouTube. It's like, that's, but I do feel like, I honestly do feel like that if, let's say if there's the day does, when that day does come, when I have more subscribers than him again, oh, he is gonna have a fit over it. Like, if I were to, like, let's say if, like, if, me and PewDiePie were to become, like, the best of friends and I got, like, 20-something million subscribers, oh, he would be all over that.
Dear Lord, the ego on this guy.
You might be a content creator in your own way. I live to create content. I live for this art. I live for this art of entertaining a person somehow. I don't care how I do it, but I live for the fact of me entertaining people.
Well, at least one of your dreams has come true. You've certainly managed to entertain people as a lolcow.
You, on the other hand, I really don't.
You could tell like he found that joke so funny, but I was like, bro, that was like, I had to say like, out of all the jokes he's like, well, quote unquote jokes he's cracked, like that's probably like what, maybe the third like unfunny but like trying to be funny joke. Like, it's like, bro, you could tell like he wanted to laugh about it, but it's like, bro, it's just, you get up on stage and crack a joke like that, I'm telling you right now, it's like, you just walk off the stage, bro. Just walk off.
What you're doing when it comes to you and YouTube. Commentary videos, anybody can do commentary videos. I'm doing a commentary video right now.
Someone of your intelligence can do it, therefore anyone can do it. Man, you'd think someone with such a tremendous ego wouldn't continually roast themselves like this. Also, pretty much anyone can do a reaction video too. In fact, reaction videos are probably the easiest type of video to make there is.
Along with
Wait, he said what?
Also, pretty much anyone can do a reaction video too. In fact, reaction videos are probably the easiest type of video to make there is.
He said the easiest type of videos to make there is. What? It's like, bro, did he just have a stroke like mid-sentence to the easiest video to make there is? I don't know. Maybe I'm having a slow moment. Maybe he had a stroke. I don't know. But anyways.
Along with my music playing in the background.
Your music is alright, I'll give you that.
And also working on other stuff at the same time.
Yeah, because you produce quantity over quality.
So
it's like my video quality has to live up to his like, you know, his tier of whatever quality. And it's like, bruh, whatever you consider quality, I want to stay far, far away from those types of videos.
To hear the words come out of anybody's mouth that just a robot is a better YouTuber than me.
By what metric is he not? He has more views and subs on his channel than all of your channels combined. And his content is of higher quality. What would he have to do in order to be a better YouTuber than you?
Well, this man's a talk show host.
That's a good question. Like, what would he have to do? He had to do something. It just had to be something to stand out to where it's like, I guess like he would gain me as a fan. You know, where it's like I just put all that stuff behind us. And I think that would have to be it. He would have to come out with some video or some form of content where I would have to, and it like it doesn't even have to be a reaction video. It could be any form of content out there where it's like I look at him and be like, you know what? That was a solid video. if I never say that, it's like, fam, then he in my opinion, my thing is this, and he's probably have never said that about my videos either, where he's like, you know, overall it's like, oh yeah, TMossBoss videos is good, but I do feel like that my videos is good enough for him to talk about them. So it's like, he had to talk about it, because at the end of the day, like, you know, let's say if I never were doing those, he would have never figured out who I was. He never would have known who I was based off of what? Like, all the other content that I do besides, reaction videos. It's like, yeah, it's like he never would have, known who I was. So at the end of the day, I do personally think that it's like, yeah, my content still to this day, I personally think that my content is better than his.
He ain't that person. He ain't the guest of the show. He's the talk show host.
So being the guest of a talk show is better than being the host?
But like, I mean, yeah, I guess talk show hosts, they can be special, but overall, they live for drama. They live for digging dirt out of people.
As has been said numerous times, Jar tried reaching out to you to squash the beef, and you freaked out and misinterpreted what he was trying to say. And pretty much the only drama Jar's been in besides this would be the whole Pokemon drama, which he also didn't ask for.
I proved every single day.
So he didn't ask for it, but yeah, I bet he was the first one to throw the first, or he was, yeah, the first one to throw a punch.
In the past 3 years that we've been beefing, that I'm a better YouTuber than him.
You did not.
Those guys, man, I'm telling you, they're some different people, but yeah, I can't. No, I don't want to play the video again. I just want to go and find somebody to raid on Twitch. Man, that was hard watching that video. No, know how like fans of those guys sat down and watched those videos and they were like so happy about the videos being uploaded. And like, that's just some wild stuff, man. Some really, really wild stuff. Let's see who I can raid. I'll raid my friend Jenny again. I'm like, my brain, I need a nap. That's what that does for me. I just need a nap. I need to go to sleep, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you everybody that stopped by tonight's stream. Stay tuned for the day stream, and peace.